Hi everyone, welcome back to Max's Corner. This is How to Get Autographs Part 3, and this is probably the most important episode. It is what pen or marker to use while getting items signed. First I'm going to go through Sharpies, then paint pens, then pens. So the three main colors of Sharpies, as you can see, are black, blue, and silver. The silver one is a hit or miss. Usually out of all three, it is probably the most unreliable one. Fortunately, this one turned out really great. It is a basketball signed by Dallas Mavericks Wesley Matthews. It looked good on this, but sometimes it just looks awful. Now, this is a black Sharpie on a Brett Favre helmet, on a mini helmet, and a TJ Edwards Wisconsin Badgers helmet. If it is a light background like white, you want to use a dark color, but if it's a dark background like dark blue or black, you probably want to use a silver Sharpie or a kind of paint pen. This is a blue. It turned out really nice on photos. They are mainly used on photos. This is Ethan Happ for the Wisconsin Badgers. But this is a baseball signed by Cameron Maben. You don't want to get baseballs signed in Sharpie because it fades easier and it can bleed through the leather. Also, one thing I forgot to mention on the mini helmet is you can take an eraser and erase the Sharpie. So it's much easier to get off. But for baseballs, it can bleed or soak in, it can fade. That's what my Ichiro signed baseball is in, my Manny Machado, my Clayton Kershaw, and Cameron Maben. So try to get them in ballpoint pens. Silver or paint pens. This is a silver paint pen. This is a Doris Fountain signed photo, wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts, number 10. Check out my interviewing Doris Fountain video. Silver paint pen, there's a little ball in here that you want to shake to make sure the ink is flowing, and then you always want to have a piece of paper or something to write on to push down and make sure the ink is flowing. You want to read the directions on the back to tell you how to use them, but always bring a scratched piece of paper to use. This is a white paint pen, Christian Yelich autographed photo, probably my favorite signed photo that I have. Go check out my meeting Christian Yelich video. There's also a little ball that you shake up. You want to prime it well before you get something signed by this. So you want to push down and tell them to just write normally and don't push down, or else it'll just drip and get all over and make a big mess. Now these are pens. This is a thin ballpoint pen. Always use blue on baseballs. Zach Davies, it's a thin ballpoint pen again. And this is a Gorman Thomas thick pen. The difference between the thin and the thick, as you can see here, you can decide which one looks nicer, but there's also a difference between capped pens and click pens. Click pens, you always want to write on something, and it's a little easier for the people to sign with it because they can just grab it, click it, sign, but once it hits the air, it dries out a little faster, so make sure you're writing a little bit with it until you get the autograph. But this, it's a little harder for people to sign it because they have to take it off, maybe put the cap in their mouth or stick it on the back, or you have to hold it. So I recommend you don't have to write with it as much, but I recommend putting the cap on the back of the pen so you can just hand it to them and they can sign it. If you have any questions, comment down below. I will answer them. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. See you later.